The leader in the clubhouse for intrigue when it comes to player, headline, and team as we head into the season. But we're 2 weeks from kickoff tonight. When you say intrigue, Peter, and I force you to go outside the building that you're in. Peter, I'll start with you. We'll go around the table. Okay. What intrigues you most about this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think the Caleb Williams story is fascinating. I know Kyle is up there in New York right now, and he's talked a lot about the hard knocks and what this does as far as adding fuel to the fire. But I think it's legit. The Bears have not had that quarterback, that first overall quarterback in the history of the franchise. And, you know, Trubisky they traded up for, and Justin Fields they traded up for, but those guys weren't this. This is a Heisman Trophy winner who is throwing this team on his back this summer and has given everyone reason for excitement. I almost feel like I don't know if there's been a quarterback that's been given this much hype going into a season since maybe Andrew Luck. You know, like, and that's Andrew Luck came in and it was supposed to, you know, change football forever. I just don't know how this goes. And they play week 1 against a Tennessee Titans team that's like, okay, if you're looking at the hype, like the Bears have everything going in their way and everyone's been talking about all the acquisitions, and the Titans, we haven't heard 2 things about this whole entire offseason. That's not a team. Like, that should be a win. We'll see. It's 2 weeks from now, but I'm fascinated to see how it all goes down. And I'm not even going to the negative, like if it doesn't work. I'm just going to stick on the positive and say, what if Caleb actually does take these Bears and brings them on his back as a rookie and takes them to the playoffs? This would be the biggest story in the NFL this season.
Well, I look on the other end of the spectrum. The Bears have their own reality show, and they have all kinds of coverage nationally, everywhere, a lot on our show. How about a team last year that was in the playoffs and has the reigning coach of the year? Is there any chatter at all about the Cleveland Browns? I think there should be. There's so much mystery. There's such an enigmatic team. And I'll tell you why. Kevin Stefanski, 2 times coach of the year in the last 4 years. I think everybody likes Stefanski. I think everyone's a fan of his and his results. But there's so much mystery about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson missed all of the end of last year as they go on a playoff run in this miraculous Disney movie Joe Flacco thing, and where there were real conversations being had about, I think the team works better with Flacco than Watson. Okay, Flacco's gone, it's fine, it's Watson's team now. Hasn't played in the preseason, doesn't appear that he's going to. Apparently now he is suffering from, quote, general arm soreness, and it's all Jameis here. Remember, Deshaun Watson has not had a full, good, quality, healthy season since 2020. It has been 4 years. We can run all the Myles Garrett highlights we want. Everybody loves Myles Garrett. He's a defensive end. I'm talking about the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. We have not seen him out there healthy and productive in 4 years. We have not seen him the whole preseason. We have not seen him last year. And we're going to see him, ladies and gentlemen, week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys in Tom Brady's first call as a color commentator. It's going to be millions of people watching it, and I have no idea what we're getting from Deshaun Watson. What we've seen from him in Cleveland hasn't been great. It hasn't even been good, and now it's just full mystery. I know Myles Garrett is good. I know Kevin Stefanski is good. I know Nick Chubb is always injured, always comes back tough. I don't know much else about this team, and they're going to be really high profile right out of the gates. I think they're the most mysterious, enigmatic team in the entire NFL right now. Not talked about, don't know what to expect.
Wow. I mean, well, the one word that sticks out in that whole thing was, how do you say that word again?
Enigmatic.
How did you know I was going with that? Enigmatic. Say it again?
Enigmatic.
That one right there. I know
mysterious.
It means mysterious, right? Okay. So you know who else has been mysterious? There's been a lot of hype around Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels and a lot of the big rookies, Bo Nix. We haven't heard a lot about Marvin Harrison Jr. and the impact. We know he didn't do pro day. We know he didn't do the combine. We haven't seen or heard much about him during the preseason. There's a reason why I feel like they're hiding him. Like, I think they want him to be, give me that word one more time.
Enigmatic.
Enigmatic, right? Like the mysterious. I think he is the biggest, to me, one of the biggest upside prospects. I'm talking about game changer, difference maker for the Arizona Cardinals. Last year, they didn't do nothing. I mean, it was tough for them. They couldn't get W's. Like, it was tough. And now we see somebody who could change the scale. Like, they went out and upgraded offensive linemen last year. They went out and got Paris Johnson. I think all of this is kind of the making of them trying to make an impact offensively. But I love the fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. could be one of those guys to be that guy. I mean, to be the person. He's the one that intrigues me the most.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take it over to the Los Angeles Chargers, and I have to look at Jim Harbaugh. He just showed up on the scene. Obviously, he took care of business back in the day when he was with the 49ers, took them all the way to the Super Bowl. Didn't walk away with the ring, but he got them there, got them to the show. And then he went ahead and departed there and went to Michigan, and just all he did was win Big Ten championships. And then obviously last year went undefeated and won a championship against my Washington Huskies. Let's not even talk about that. But now all of a sudden he finds himself in the Chargers, but he has a whole new cast out there. You have a quarterback out there in Justin Herbert who knows exactly what he's doing. You're still looking to see exactly what he can do without his care package that he received when he first touched down there with Keenan Allen, with Austin Eckler, with Mike Williams. All those guys are gone. So you don't know what you have at the offensive side of the ball. He was able to retain all of his defensive guys, which is awesome. And we're going to see exactly what they're going to do. But he is the ultimate juice man. We want to see exactly what he can bring to the table in the AFC West. He has to take care of business because we also know there's some dude out there by the name of Patrick Mahomes who's going to be out there putting up points. They have to score points in order to be competitive.
Isaiah, you took the words out of my mouth. I was just doing a little housekeeping because we were talking intrigue right now, or enigmatic entities within the NFL. No one had mentioned the three-peat potential with the Chiefs yet. So I don't know if that means that it's not intriguing because it's inevitable or because we've talked about it so much in this offseason that it remains intriguing to us no longer. Kyle, is there anything that you left off the list that you want to get off your chest for things that intrigue you heading into the regular season?
No, I'll just bring it back full circle what Peter started with. Like, the Rodgers should he play in the preseason thing at all? And by the way, I'm about 40% through the book. We just went through Butte Community College, and now we're through Cal, and now he's showing up in the draft, and it's fantastic. I mean, there's so many things I want to talk about. I'll do it during commercial break, though. Does Rodgers want to play in the preseason? It's up to him. At this point, he's an adult. I don't feel like he needs to be told whether or not he should. I don't think it needs to be a Robert Saleh decision. It's like some of us just understand how to conduct our lives at this point. I know what time I need to leave the house to get to the airport, okay? If we're going out to dinner, I know, honey, I have to get up and shower and change. You don't need to tell me. I have the whole process down. I've done it many times. If Rodgers wants to play, he'll play. They do these things now, and Peter hit it. We're like, it's the inter-squad scrimmages. It's playing with the Giants. That is his preseason game. It's perfect. You can do the reps, the timing, and you don't get hit. So I actually am going to go full circle and say I don't even want him to play in the preseason. Who cares? Let me see him in the opener.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things, you talk about Rodgers and the Jets in the AFC East. If we're talking about intrigue, Dolphins, Bills, I think the Patriots are fascinating this season. I know you at home might be like, Patriots. I didn't draft any of their players on fantasy leagues. Drafts exactly. If you were to do a power rankings right now heading into the regular season, the Patriots might be 32. I mean, they might be 32 as far as on paper, new coach, rookie quarterback, all sorts of new players. They got rid of Judon. They didn't bring back this guy, that guy. I think the Patriots in this post-Belichick era is fascinating. And if Gerard Mayo could magically whip up 8 or 9 wins, similar to how LaFleur did last year with the Packers in that post-Rodgers era, we could be talking about one of the great stories, or we could be talking about one of the great rebuilds or one of the most disastrous teardowns that we've seen. I am not comfortable with the New England Patriots being ranked 30, 31, 32 in all these power rankings. It's unfamiliar to me as someone who's been covering the NFL since the early 2000s. Yet that's where we're at, and I want to see what a first-year coach in Gerard Mayo can do.
Oh, that is very intriguing. I do want to go back to what Kyle was just saying and what you were talking about earlier, Peter, and that question about Aaron Rodgers, in playing in this third and final preseason game. That's a preseason game I think everyone knows where the guys who are on the bubble, the guys who are trying to make the squad, that's their opportunity. You got to give it to them. But I'm like, if I don't know who you guys' favorite actor is, but for me, my favorite actor is Denzel Washington. And if I was going to be funding a movie and I wanted Denzel Washington, am I going to ask Denzel Washington to audition? No, I already know what he can do. I know his capability. Aaron Rodgers is on that level. He doesn't need to audition. He knows how to do it. So when people ask if he should, we got to see him, and he hasn't played in 300 million days, and who cares? He's that dude.